Hello everyone, this is potpotsie here, and today I'm showing you a video on the 0.9.0 alpha build 4. So I basically made 1 to 2 videos on each build. Usually I give a video for the build information, and then I make another video with other stuff about just Minecraft in general for Pocket Edition. So this video is the informative video. Basically just going to show you kind of the changes for the 4th build of Minecraft Pocket Edition. So I'm going to go ahead and name this world build 4, just because it doesn't really matter what it's called, but I want to make a name so you guys kind of know what's going on. I'll just make it creative. So let's see. So here we are. I'm gonna back out of the world. Usually my controls get screwed up. There we go. All right, so the world's generated. So basically the list is pretty simple. I'll paste it in the description as well, so you can kind of actually read all of the changes that actually happen in the version. Oh, sugarcane looked really nice too. They look really bold green. So first of all, the saving bug has been fixed. A lot of people have had saving issues, corruption issues with the world files themselves, which can be really frustrating if you're actually working on stuff. But again, this is the testing version, so you know, it's fine. You should have expected there to be issues, especially world issues. So far, I haven't had any corruption issues, and all the worlds that I've actually had, I've had preserved very well. They've all converted well. I've been able to use the old worlds. It's all been fine. So it's too bad for some of you that have had issues, and all my new worlds have been perfect too. So I don't know. It probably just depends on the device, a combination of the device and the version and things like that. The item in hand bug. There's been issues with items being in your hand and the actual graphic of what it looks like. I don't think I can really give you an example because they fixed it, and because I'm in creative mode. It's different when you're in survival mode, and depending on what you're doing. They fixed some of the not smooth, what am I saying? They fixed some of the shadows of entities, meaning the shadows of creatures like this. Some of the shadows were buggy, perhaps weren't there, or too small, things like that. They corrected all of those. They fixed the trapdoors, and they smoothed shading. So the shading of the lighting should be corrected as far as they're concerned. And that only applies to you if you have the fancy graphics turned on. So I do, obviously. So you have fancy graphics turned on. That does indeed apply to you. So that will be nice to have that fixed up, because it's really stupid when you have it on fancy, you know, in all the lighting is glitched out, kind of like in blocks. But if you have it on fast, meaning not fancy, you could expect some lighting glitches. But they fixed some rendering issues with the water lily. So we talked about lily pads actually just the other day, and they fixed some issues with those. So it all kinds of ties together. Sand will no longer fall through signs and cobwebs. So obviously the point of a lot of things people do in Minecraft actually are signs. And let's see, where is a sign? Do I have one? Right here, here's a sign. And what were they talking about? Sand. Sand is probably on this one. Right there. Alright. So basically sand was falling through, but you know, that doesn't work. That doesn't make any sense. You should be able to have a sign right here. And I'm not going to use anything on the sign, just put it like that. Oh, the graphics are glitched again. There we go. And then I'm going to put some sand up here. As you can see, it's holding up the sand like it's supposed to. Or if you put it right against the block there, I'm going to go back out, fix the controls, and put the sand up there, you know, it shouldn't be falling through. So that's still broken. I don't know if someone's reported that to them. That should not be doing that. So they fixed one version, but I think they forgot to fix it so if it's on the side of a block. Dang, that's too bad. That's too bad. Hopefully someone reported that. If not, go ahead and report it. I might myself, but anyway. So they still have issues with that, but they're making progress, and you can't really expect it to all be ready. It's only the 4th build of this whole thing. Alright, the end portal frame is now added to the creative menu, so I'm guessing that's under decorative, but I could be wrong. The end... Oh, there it is. Here's this thing. So this is how you... Oh, it looks like on the right, it's not actually in my hand, so that's another glitch. They probably forgot to add that texture to the actual files, but you can at least place them, so that's kind of cool. So this is how you actually make, for those of you that haven't played the PC or seen anything, but the end portals found in strongholds down below, and you'll have these things, and you have to put eyes of Ender in them, and this is the end portal. This one has like an eye in it, so that's what they'll look like. Then you make like a shape of those, you put some fire in there or something, I can't remember, and then it makes a portal to go to the end. So that's nice that those blocks are added. They still need to add the graphic on the bottom right of the screen, but at least those blocks are included now. Apparently there was a duplicate recipe for the iron bar, so which is like the gel looking thing. Which one is it? Right here. These are iron bars. Apparently there was a duplicate recipe, so that was really annoying to have 2 recipes when you only need to click on one. Obviously it's the same thing, so it's nice that they moved that out of there. They also fixed recipes for mushroom soup and pumpkin pie. It wasn't exactly clear to me what was actually off about them. I don't know if the quantities were wrong or something, but they fixed them at least, so that's good. Grass and leaves are now rendered underwater as well. So if you go over here, well, this is a bad example, but you know, you know what I mean. If I was down there, I'm gonna see if they've got this all working. Actually, no, grass can't even be down there. Anyway, villagers are now placed more sparsely, so I don't know if that's really a fix. That's more of a tweak, I guess you'd say. They've changed it so villagers are not going to be so packed in and everywhere. You're not going to have so many of them, possibly. They're a little bit more rare. Feeding wolves was glitched. You could use bones to get them to be your friend or whatever, you know, so you're like the owner of the wolf, but you still had problems feeding them. So I don't know if you know, but if you have a wolf, a pet wolf, and it gets hurt, then its tail will go down at an angle. So, and in order to fix that, you have to feed it meat or fish or whatever you want to feed it, some sort of food. And feeding it was glitchy, and they fixed it, so now you can feed your wolves and keep them alive. So they added nice destroy particles to blocks. So sometimes when you block, see that when you destroy that, those are particles that come out. There's been blocks that didn't have great particle animations because they're new blocks. Things like that, you know, especially when they add a new block, the particles were possibly not generating perfectly. So they fixed quite a few of those. I would imagine that would go for things like the emerald block and other blocks like that. Giant mushrooms should now drop mushrooms, because when you break up giant mushroom, generally mushrooms come out, but they weren't doing that on Pocket Edition because they had forgotten to add that or something. So let's see, what else do they say? Made spiders 100% more crawly is the other thing. So I don't know what spiders were doing, but they're going to be much more creepy now. So that's probably a good thing though, because spiders are supposed to be creepy. I don't know. There's been a few issues with spiders they've had over time in different updates, but the spiders becoming a lot better. They've been working with the API of how mobs work, because you know the PC's been set up completely, so they've been trying to get caught up with the Pocket Edition. And funny enough, that list was short enough that I thought I could just say the whole thing in the video. So I actually told you every change basically. So I'll post it in the description also in case you didn't have time to watch the whole video or you want to read through it again yourself and test around with them. But I hope that was good, guys. So I made a video about this version, and I will make another video about the build 5 and 6 and whatever they are, unless they're really irrelevant. But if you guys have any requests of what you want me to do with the 0.9.0 version, if you want me to show you something or build something out of blocks, I don't want to do anything like a Let's Play series yet, because I want to wait till 0.9.0 is completely solid, a nice release, you know, because right now it's got so many bugs still. I want to wait until it's completely ready. But let me know if you want anything in there, any requests or information or whatever. Thanks guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed and have a great rest of the day. I'll see you guys tomorrow.